Hey, Brian. Yeah, you are the first. Howdy, everybody. I'm. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. I had a long night. Anyways, so how y'all doing today? Hope y'all are good. Uh, yeah, really, I'm just doing prep work to get this started because at about 3 in the morning, I was getting this meat set up. This is pork that marinated in soy sauce, a little bit of teriyaki, a little bit of garlic, just something basic. And I'm planning to cut this up and chop it thinner. Hey, Laura. And then we're gonna make us some onigiri, which is that it loosely translates to rice balls in English, but they can be any shape you really want. To be honest with you, like most of the time it's triangles. So I don't fucking know. Anyways, yeah, marinate this pork for a while, so just getting that ready to throw on the skillet. And of course, the rice I cook the same way I always do in my magnificent rice cooker. Which, if you don't have a rice cooker and you love rice, you should just absolutely get one. It's fucking lovely. I swore to myself I was gonna cut back on cussing, but that's just. I can't. Shit's fucked up in the world, and I need to be able to be violent verbally. It helps the day go by. Uh, but yeah, right now it's just prep work that I didn't get a chance to do because I woke up late. Oh, so how are you people doing today? Because I'm terrible just keeping the flow of the stream myself when I'm not cooking and just doing basic prep work. Need people to bounce off of. Oh, oh, right, beer. I picked this up at the local place I go to. A Japanese stout. I have no idea what this will taste like. I didn't even know things like this existed. So, fuck it. Thought, Japanese dish, get a Japanese beer, solid stout. Like, alright. Get one of my favorite styles of beer. See how the. Is twist top? I can't imagine the Japanese be that incompetent to make it twist top. Oh, wow. Hmm. I'm not even sure how to describe this. It's, it's not bad. It's just really different than anything I've ever tried before in my life. It's kind of like that one samurai, that Bushido that I had before. It's just, it's a different take on an old classic. I'm not against it, it's just kind of throwing me off a little bit. Also, I need to down my camera angle a little bit, make it easier to get my beautiful hands in there. Wait, did I? Oh, fuck, I had top chat on. There, live chat. Not that it changed anything. Now, of course, getting the skillet ready, which that's an obvious. Heat it up, do that shit. And of course, the thing that's most important about onigiri is the rice. Now, I did the rice up in the rice cooker. What you're normally supposed to do is use short grain gelatinous rice, of some sort. I have that. I prefer using this just because I just like the flavor of it better. And I use my rice cooker that's over there, like the classic one I used in the old videos. Hey, bub, how you doing? And all I really do for this, you got to make sure the rice is laid out and cooled. So you just flatten out the clumps of rice on a pan like I did here. And just let it cool down so you can actually use your hands with it. And normally you're supposed to mix it with like vinegar and sugar and mirin. But I'll usually just clump it together. As long as it sticks together and it tastes good, no one really cares. That's the thing. As long as your food tastes good, it's not a big deal how you make it. Never overemphasize. And normally you're not supposed to check that way, but I'm an idiot, so that's why I'm doing it that way. Just waiting for it to heat up. Also, I made another filling, which essentially is mayo, tuna. Hey Tim, Timma, I'm terrible with names, so if I mispronounce it, I apologize. I'm just a terrible person. But all this is tuna that I made last night. I'm mixing up all my cooking terms today. But yeah, Brian, you're the big guy. But it's tuna mixed with mayo and a little bit of pepper and a little bit of lemon zest. And it's essentially like a tuna salad that I mixed with soy sauce when I was cooking the tuna itself. So all I did was just chop that up real fine, break it down, and make a filling out of it. See, the real thing with onigiri is that you can make any filling you want. You can put like shredded barbecue in there. No one cares, as long as it tastes good. Key thing. All right, let's get these going. As always, never crowd the pan. Always lay away from yourself. Oh, yeah. The sizzle's good. Man, I gotta say, that stout, it's like a mix between a stout and a pilsner. And I really don't enjoy drinking pilsner. I'll drink them, but it's not something I enjoy doing. Switch that more to a medium. Hey, Lynn. How you doing? Could have sworn I had my frickin' tongs somewhere. Don't move, pork. I'm like how I always am, mildly hungover. Let's see. There are my other tongs. I've actually ordered a new set of tongs that have silicone coating because the tips of these are melting off. Because I'm an idiot and I don't understand the concept of silicone. All I did was just really slice this thin so it cooked faster. Not a technique, just a method. Especially said on a channel I watch a lot called Brothers Green Eats. They're constantly saying, if you doubt the pork is going to move, I mean, it's dead. Yeah, that's true, Falcon Millennial. It is dead. But I don't know. I've had shit blow up in the kitchen before. So who knows at this point. Anyways, what I was saying before, the Brother Green eats. If a saying they use a lot is, well, not even a saying, it's just a fact. The smaller you cook something, the faster it'll cook. So, slice it thin, it's going to cook through real quick. When I fry chicken liver, that shit will pop everywhere. Exactly. Now, ideally, when you want to slice these thin, which I did, but I fucked up because I forgot to put it in the refrigerator. Actually, the freezer. Because when you put it in the freezer, it freezes up a little, obviously, because that's what the name implies. But what you want it to do is firm up enough where you have a better handle over the meat itself, and you can get those nice, real pristine slices. Or you can go out and buy an electric cutter, which still put in the refrigerator because that's nice to have occasionally. Is just nice, firmer cut to handle. And just clear up the pan. I know I shouldn't be doing that. I should be saving that for a sauce, but I'm not making a sauce today. If most cooks saw me doing that, they'd shoot me in the head. Like I said, yeah, also my method of finger painting. But my fingers are completely destroyed of years of working in shops. So even touching that real quick doesn't even bother me that much. I know you ain't judging, Brian. I believe we're in the same wheelhouse. As long as it tastes good, who gives a shit? The essence of cooking. Skillet in front of you, meat going down, beer in hand. It's a good day. Also, the time between cooking this and letting the rice cool, and yes, I turn the entire way just to get my hand and shot to point that way. It's just convenient for me. Also, I meant to get this done beforehand, but it's good to show the cooking process. And like I said, you don't even have to use these style of fillings. You could do like, I don't know, braise. That's the method I use for the chicken. How would this cast iron work on that style of stovetop? It does decent, about as well as any other style of stovetop. I treat this like an electric stove. I just don't do the more like rubbing up against it as much because I'm kind of concerned about that top. I'd love to get a gas stove, and I plan to eventually, but shit's expensive because they don't have a gas connection to the stove here, so I had to get somebody to run an entire line up through it. Hey Brian, you free for a summer that you can run a gas line from my furnace, well, from my line to my kitchen? Takes forever to heat up, get glass and stuff up. Glass tops can get a little hard to paint on. Yeah, the only thing is I like the glass top because it's real quick. Am I the only guy who loves gas and cast iron? No, oh dude. Don't even get me started on cast iron. Okay, Brian, fair enough. But we're talking cast iron. I've had this going on 6 years now. This is my baby. And I thought I lost this cast iron and I lost my shit when I moved into the new house. I adore cast iron. I have a motherfucking cast iron bread pan that I use. What are your thoughts on the enamel ones? The enamel ones aren't bad. I actually, speaking of enamel, cast iron, my Dutch oven, enameled. I miss my gas stove. Been over a decade since I used anything since electric. Yeah, I get you. Actually, if I have a choice in the matter, I love working on stuff in the on fires. Yeah, any excuse to show off my cast iron shit. Now, what I'm scraping off the bottom of this non-stick, because what I'm actually doing is just clearing it up for the next round of frying so it doesn't get all a cluttered mess. This is fond. What fond is really used for is making sauces and flavoring them up. So what normal people would do is deglaze the pan and make a sauce out of it with wine, usually a burgundy. And they would, well, they do, just deglaze it, get the little bits off it, and just amps up the flavor times 100. It's great. And rinse, repeat. So just don't crowd the pan. This stuff fries up quick. I wish I had a grill to do this on. Man, I would love to do carne asada on a grill. Brian drunkenly convinced me to buy a grill. So did I miss any messages? I do hang out with you, Brian. I got you, boo. Oh, I forgot how much fun these were. I've been so busy working and shit. Honestly, if you're cooking quick and you cut things really thin, you got your shit together, I don't even really turn on the fan on anymore. Now you have me looking at Dutch ovens and how to use them. Oh, dude, a Dutch oven. Man, if you're making stews, or making your own broth, oh, I miss my sweet tea nooks and our long night pillow talks. Oh, I miss you too, Brian. But yeah, if you're making your own broths, which I highly recommend because they're really easy to make, really, you just need to go to a local butcher or a farmer's market and find, just say, hey, do you have any bones or could you save some bones and I'll come by and buy them. And they'll bring that up. I can get them pretty easily. But what you do is, or what I do, I roast the bones in the oven and then I put them in my Dutch oven with some water and I just I boil it up and then let it do a hard simmer for like 16 hours. Beef Burgundies is only the best when made in a Dutch oven and nice bottle of Bordeaux wine. Bordeaux's good. I'm not gonna diss them, but there's always good wine. I use my Dutch oven 2 to 3 times more often than any other pot I have. Is my go-to for almost anything. I make casseroles and such. Yeah, freaking Dutch oven is a great tool for the kitchen. I mean, you can use it for desserts. You can use it for just about anything, really. It's great for stews because you can just do everything in the same pot. I should do a hot pot with that sometime. Clean out my sink later. Love and comfort with Ichigo stout, huh? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, Thrax. That's odd. Women only hate it when I Dutch oven them. Goddamn Farquaad. Son of a bitch. Yes, I'm pausing for effect for the sizzling. Pause effect. I've been married for 12 years. Dutch ovens no longer bother me. Well, to those outside of your marriage, that might be seen as a fetish. That's what I like about slicing meat thin. Cooks quick, easy to manage. I can't wait till I get my silicone tongs. I use tongs all the time. They're just fucking fantastic tools. It's like having an extension in your hand that you don't burn yourself with. I mean, I guess indifference could be a fetish. Oh, just let me have my joke. Alright. Also, rice cooker. Love this thing. But the first year I was down here, have used the ever-loving shit out of it. Also doubles as a steamer. Is pan-fried chicken hard? Not really. I mean, all you're doing is you get a bag of flour, then you put the chicken in it, rustle it around, toss it in a pan full of oil, and then cook it. It's not really hard. Man up and use your fingers. Seriously, don't do that unless you have 3-inch thick calluses. I do have really fucking thick calluses, and sometimes I will just go like do the scoop method if I'm working on something. Cornstarch, flour, buttermilk makes the best fried chicken. That is true, but if we're just talking frying in a pan, I usually just like toss it in flour after I've tenderized it with my baby. Yeah. Also, you can't buy this in stores. I've made this myself. So, fuck you. Is that what I think it is? Yeah, that's a meat tenderizer. Oh, nerve damage. I can grab really hot stuff without feeling it. Yeah? How did you make that? Shop. That's all I'm gonna say. Trust me, to explain how I made that is a long, tedious process that I just do not have time for right now. Unless you want me to stand here for like 2 hours. Symbol on the other side looks like Thor's hammer. You mean on both sides? And also, yeah, that's the exact design I put on it. Because I'm a fucking Norse junkie. I like Norse mythology. Yeah. Got that taken care of. Breaking this up a little bit more. But yeah, all I did for this, mayo, lemon pepper, cracked pepper, tuna that I braised in soy sauce. Not that hard. Now, wait. I have no feeling in the tips of my left ring finger, dog bites, and burns and cuts. Yeah, that'd do it. Old Faithful. If you don't have a cutting board like this, they're like $7. You have no excuse. Go out, buy one. Buy it on Amazon. Note that I'm also not endorsed by Amazon. You mean you're a fucking weeb, Tanuki? I'm not a weeb. Just because I cook Japanese food, I have fucking a rice cooker, and I watch anime, does not make me a weeb. I really want one of the giant wooden cutting boards. Oh, wooden cutting boards, you say? Totally not doing this just to brag. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. That's what weeb is. Eating like Japanese people do. You're doing everyday shit like them. Yeah, I don't do Japanese shit like them every day. I make steak. But yeah, this is a grid pattern cutting board. And I bought it, you can't see it real well, but they also have ratios for different things on here. And conversion ratios. But this, I use this to help with my method of cutting and my knife work. Like the small dices, all that. This is all just fucking bullshit that I use to help with my knife skills. Put me back like $20. It was on sale at the time, which is why I bought it. But it has like the different French styles of cutting vegetables, diagonal cuts. It's very nice. Love it. But I'm not using that right now. All I need to do is chop the fuck out of this thing. Also, I need to catch back up with chat. 110% weeb. I'm convinced most people don't even know. Are knives small swords or swords big knives? They're both big and small knives and swords at the same time. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Frostbit. See, Thrax gets it. Trust me, if you were ever to encounter a real fucking weeb, it's horrifying. It's the reason why I don't say Japanese words ironically. I learned how to do thin meat cutting from yeah. I've learned most of my cooking through my family and YouTube videos. Also, never let somebody tell you that an amateur can't be as good as a professional. Sorry for the shaking, I can't keep this shit steady on my chest rig. Germans made knives the size of swords. They're referring to Messers. Huh. Didn't know that. But yeah, as long as you keep learning every single day, you keep practicing, and you keep working at it, anybody can be just as good as anybody else. Persistence is progress, and failure breeds success. There we go. All right. Also, I swear, if anybody says, don't scrape that with your knife, it's the back of the blade, doesn't matter. All right. Now you take your beer, bring it over, get out your nori, just dried seafood, seaweed. Wow. I can't talk today. And yeah, we're just making 2 different ones. And now the rice has cooled down enough. Seaweed equals weeb. See, that's the thing. Anything Japanese is weeb. If you eat Japanese food, you're a weeb. If you eat Chinese food, you're a weeb. If you eat anything Asian, at this point I'm convinced that if you eat frickin' borscht or anything Russian, you're a weeb at this point. It's like, oh, that's Asian, freaking weeb. It's East German though. Weeb. I know. All right, now an important thing when you're handling rice, if you breathe, you're a weeb. Basically, Faberware is decent for being super cheap. I just hate putting the edge back on them. Yeah, oh man. When you have a good knife and you have to put the edge back on it, it's horrible. You need to, Tanuki, you need to get you a ceramic knife. I pick up at Aslan the Yoshi blade, and I can't live with that. Ceramic knives are good. They are. They really are. It's just, I like the traditional metal. Just a habit. Can I be considered honorary Asian because my stepmom is Vietnamese? Sure, why not? Fuck it, I guess I'm a weeb. I was born German, native weeb. Alright, when you're handling rice, the trick is you need your hands coated with water so they don't stick to it. So really just fill up water, dunk your hands in, and scoop that shit. really all you're doing is just mashing it together. Pick up a little. Make a cohesive center. And like I said before, doesn't matter what you fill it with. Just fill it with something. Getting kind of sticky there, just recoat your hands. And together it goes. They really are easy to make. And really, you can leave them as a ball. I'm just kind of making it a mild, son of a bitch, frostbite. Sorry, a notification came up from a friend of mine. It's like, just make a triangle or anything really. And when you're using this, you use the rough side. You can't really see it, but that's the smooth side. This is the rough side. And all that is just to give you a place to hold. And essentially that's, rice ball's done. Onigiri's done. That's all it is. It's just rice, a filling, and then a little bit on the outside. You don't even need that little bit on the outside. Seaweed's yummy. Yeah, seaweed's great. I fucking love that shit. Now, the other filling I did. Fucking Boons with the Pokemon jokes. Rice ball, you mean jelly-filled donut? Yes, I'm very familiar with the localization of Pokemon. Also, we have a blast making rice balls in our home. We use saran wrap for shaping though. Yeah, saran wrap's also good, but I didn't feel like fucking with the saran wrap because it's just easier for me to use my hands. Like I said, just get water on them. Scoop a little bit up. I also have a mold for these. I have a triangle mold that I like using occasionally. Just bam in the center. Pick more up. Kids are making them here. Okay, yeah. I get that. I completely understand. Having kids with water gets just everywhere. It's why when I'm drunk, instead of playing beer pong with beer or water in them, I'll use like pennies as a weight. Did you make the rice with any seasoning or vinegar? No, I did not. Just because it's a lazy day and I woke up late. So I didn't have time to mix all that in and let it cool at the same time. So I just kind of went at it. Also, I've been going at this for about 40 minutes now. I mean, not the prettiest, but it's not always about how pretty it looks, even though I have an obsession with plating. Actually, fuck it, let's plate this shit. I normally don't do live platings, but fuck it. Also, you don't necessarily have to wrap the rice completely around your filling. They have it where they make like fried chicken. They have it poke out the top of it. So it's just do whatevs. It's all good, fam. Wait, white on white would be terrible. That's the thing you gotta think about when you're plating. You gotta think about the color contrast, which is why I really need some black plates to offset any white dishes I make, which is why I'm using the shitty one. Have you had the Spam one in Snooki? Hawaiian rice balls are... And that's where that comes from. Is Hawaii is the Spam rice ball. But essentially, it'd be that, and I'd have some shit around it. But yeah, essentially just when you're plating, it doesn't really matter as long as you make something appealing to the eye, which that doesn't. But move that out of the way so I can finish up the stream because this has gone way long. But yeah, make a food deck. Alright, wait. Gonna give Bubby a chode. Also, doing this like this is also how they make, God, I can't remember the name of it right now. That style of sushi where you just put fish over a bed of rice instead of rolling it. Because what you do is you tighten it down and I'll get a different piece for it, but essentially what you do is you get your thing of rice, you curl it up, and I think I'll do a sushi episode eventually, but you just press it down like this, compress it, and you make your little bed. Anyways, let's get chode loader here good. Sashimi. That's it. Literal food porn. Actually, let's give this guy a little bit of a filling. And seal it with some seaweed. All right, rice bowl thick. There we go. My 11-year-old can make sashimi cuts. I'm very proud of her, to be honest. Actually, her using good knife skills is very impressive. The sashimi cuts ain't that bad. Apparently, I came into a stream at a very awkward time. Yes, you did, Straight Sith Mail. Yes, you did. But, yeah, actually, her learning knife skills at a young age is very good. I'm very happy. Hopefully you don't go Fugo. Jesus, fuck. All right. Any other questions? Any other concerns? Any ideas for another stream? Happy to hear anything. So y'all good? Fall stew? You just want to see me make freaking butternut squash soup. Yeah, I'll do some kind of stew. Sure, why not? Want to see someone else make a traditional Mexican meal if you have the time and inclination? Sure, hun. I don't mind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Remember, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Alright, well, that's pretty much the long and short of all this. I got cleanup and then I got housework, so I will talk to you all later. You all have a absolutely wonderful day.